Do you ever wonder how Brits pronounce certain terms? If you do, then this is the right video for you. Hello everyone, my name is Rafi and welcome to my channel. This is Expert. Today we are going to talk about Filipino pronunciation and British pronunciation. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell and leave a comment down below saying I've subscribed. Now let's get into the video. The first word that we're going to talk about is this word. Okay? So how do Filipinos say it or pronounce it? Status. I'm going to use it in a sentence. What's the current status of the patient? Now, how do Brits say it? Status. Let me use it in a sentence. What's the current status of the patient? Status. Status. Okay? Now let's go to the second one. How do we pronounce this? In the Philippines, we would say curry. In the UK, they would say curry. 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 Okay? Now, let me use it in a sentence. The Filipinos would say, I know how to cook green curry. I know how to cook green curry. And how do Brits say it? I know how to cook green curry or green Thai curry. I know how to cook green Thai curry. Okay, now let's go to the next one. How do we pronounce this word? Okay, Filipinos would say organization. And how do Brits pronounce it? Organization. Organization. Filipinos would say organi. The Brits would say organi. Okay, so let's use it in a sentence. So what kind of organization is it? So what kind of organization is it? Did I pronounce it the British way or the Filipino way? You're right, I pronounce it the British way because I said organization, because the Filipinos would say organization. Okay, the fourth word that we're going to talk about is this word. How do Filipinos pronounce this word? We pronounce it blueberry. Blueberry. The Brits would say blueberry. Blueberry. Now, let's use this word in a sentence. The Filipinos would say, I love blueberry cheesecake. And the Brits would say, I love blueberry cheesecake. Blueberry, blueberry. Okay, let's go to the fifth one. How do we pronounce this word? In the Philippines, we say VASE. In the UK, they say VASE. Now let's use this word in a sentence. I got that vase from China. I got that vase from China. How would Brits use this in a sentence? I got that vase from China. I got that vase from China. Okay, let's do the sixth one. How do Filipinos pronounce that word? We would say vitamins. Vitamins. Have you already taken your vitamins? Have you already taken your vitamins? But how do Brits pronounce that word? Vitamins. Vitamins. Have you already taken your vitamins? Have you already taken your vitamins? Okay, let's go to the next one. How do we pronounce this word? In the Philippines, we would say CEFTRIAXONE. In the UK, we say CEFTRIAXONE. Now, let's use the word in a sentence. In the Philippines, we would say, the doctor has prescribed CEFTRIAXONE for his pneumonia. In the UK, they would say, the doctor has prescribed CEFTRIAXONE for his pneumonia. Okay? Okay. How do we pronounce this word? In the Philippines, we would say fillet. Fillet. Do you know how to fillet a fish? Do you know how to fillet a fish? But the Brits pronounce it a little bit differently. They would say fillet. Fillet. Do you know how to fillet a fish? Do you know how to fillet a fish? Okay, how do Filipinos pronounce this word? Leisure. Leisure. What do you do in your leisure time? In the UK, they would say leisure. Leisure. What do you do in your leisure time? What do you do in your leisure time? Okay, the next one would be this word. How do we pronounce this word? In the Philippines, we would say route. Route. You have to check the correct route of administration. But in the UK, they would say you have to check the correct route of administration. You have to check the correct route of administration. The next one would be the word. Okay, how do we pronounce it in the Philippines? We actually say zebra. Zebra. Do we have zebras in the Philippines? Do we have zebras in the Philippines? In the UK, they would pronounce it as zebra. Zebra. Do we have zebras in the Philippines? Do we have zebras in the Philippines? Okay, the next one would be this. How do Filipinos pronounce this word? Sure. Sure. I'm not so sure about it. I'm not so sure about it. But the Brits pronounce this word a little bit differently. They usually say sure. Sure. I'm not so sure about it. I'm not so sure about it. The next one would be this. How do we pronounce this one? In the Philippines, we would say lieutenant. Lieutenant. He was promoted to the rank of lieutenant. He was promoted to the rank of lieutenant. How do Brits pronounce it? Lieutenant. Lieutenant. He was promoted to the rank of lieutenant. He was promoted to the rank of lieutenant. The next one would be this word. In the Philippines, we would say process. Process. I'm in the process of moving on. I'm in the process of moving on. In the UK, they would pronounce this word as process. Process. I'm in the process of moving on. I'm in the process of moving on. Now, our last word would be this word. How do we pronounce this in the Philippines? In the Philippines, we would say MOCHA. MOCHA. Could I have one mocha frappuccino, please? Could I have one mocha frappuccino, please? But in the UK, they would say mocha. Mocha. Could I have one mocha frappuccino, please? Could I have one mocha frappuccino, please? Okay, so that's pretty much it. I hope you have learned a lot of things. I hope you give this video a like. And if you want more videos like this, please tell me. Please let me know, okay? And I hope to see you next time. I hope this is going to be of help to you once you get to communicate with the Brits in the future. See you next time.